Welcome back to another tutorial. This time it's going to be on the first layer of painting this magic card. So this is going to be my palette. Again, wet palette, you can make your own. If anyone cares, it's going to be Mars Black, Titanium White, Raw Umber, Yellow Ochre, and for some reason they call this Mars Yellow, but Mars Orange is what most other people call them, and all of these are golden. I have been slowly replacing all of my Arteza with golden. Arteza's good, it's just not great, and golden is great, so I just keep going. I'm going to try to keep this palette in frame, but I really wanted a close-up on Rakdos. So, all we're going to be doing is the first layer. So the first layer of this card is a lot of this. I mean, you see my palette. It's all this like autumnal, beautiful colors. And I am just going to try to get it as close as possible. That's all I'm going to do. I am trying to get myself in the mood to paint. And I want to get this as close as possible to the big blocky shapes to what I think it should be. So I can make mistakes. Like, all of this is wrong. I'm just going to push off as much as I can. And we're just going to start over. I'm going to show you exactly how I do things. So I'm using a 4-round. This was that cheap Yeffelin. I love saying this word, Yeffelin. This 4-round is really, really awesome to kind of do everything, but especially in the beginning, because I'm just trying to put down paint. To be honest, just to be transparent and vulnerable and, you know, all the good words that I should be using, I really didn't want to paint today. I had a lot of wine last night. I kind of just threw away the cork of the wine bottle once I opened it, and then realized I did that as like in midair as I'm throwing it. I was like, oh no, now I have to drink this whole bottle of wine. So I didn't drink the whole bottle, but I drank a good amount of it. Had a great time, great night. And so I'm a little slow to rise today. I got a lot of stuff done. It's just, you know, painting is something you have to really be in a certain mood for, and I just wasn't. But doing this first layer this way, where you're kind of just blocking it out and having a good time and not caring how correct you are, is a great way to get in the mood to paint. Because I have found, at least for me, and I'm sure for you, once you paint a little bit, once you get some paint down on the canvas, you just start rolling with it. You know, it's something that you've wanted to do. It's a thing that you need to do, the thing that you need to remind yourself to do. Stay creative, do something creative, hopefully every day, but at least once a week. So if you have not done that all week, or for me, like I have deadlines on a lot of these projects. I tell people it'll be ready by a certain time. If it's not ready by that time, I feel like a bad artist. I feel like someone that I took your money to pay my rent, 6 weeks ago, and now, I'm 2 months ahead of that. The money's forgotten, and I really want to remember that I have to paint this Rakdos the Muscle. Really nice for somebody. So I couldn't take a day off. And that is the biggest thing for me, being, this being my sole source of income. I can just take a day off. I have no one that could yell at me, but I told myself no. There is a CDH tournament I'm doing on Saturday, and then it's Super Bowl Sunday after that, so that's enough time off. It's a Thursday, goddammit. I gotta get some work done. So this is a great way to get in the mood to do the work. And you can see how rough everything is. I am using this wet palette. You can see how thin and full of water everything is. That's what you want. This is not a one-pass deal. I mean, altering should never be one pass, but you're really, really looking for 2-3 passes on even the most simple things. Even if it's just the whitest cloud, or like this is just a brown ochre combo. If I got it all down on the first swipe, I would be pissed. I would think that I did something wrong. I would check my paints, to be honest, to make sure they're still okay. Because this stuff should be light as a feather. It should be very transparent. It should be your building blocks. I've had people ask me about like using gesso or some sort of beginning paint-onable. You know what I mean? Like a primer. And I don't use a primer. If I'm ever going to primer something, it's just going to be a gray or a white. Literally just mixing the white and black or just the pure white. And those are my primers, quote unquote. I only use those if I'm going like really heavy or really bright yellows, really bright reds, anything in that really warm category. I'll put down white or gray first, especially if I'm getting rid of text. But I don't use anything else as far as like a way of prepping my card yet. What I do is this. This gets me a roadmap to what I'm doing by giving me a blocked out amount of colors. Also, your paint is going to, the next layer is going to stick to this very thin base layer very well. That being said, even though we're being real rough about the art that we're making, you want to be pretty nice and concise around all your edges. Granted, I know nobody makes them perfect the first time. I've seen Klug have to erase things. I've seen Jay Alters have to erase stuff. I mean, those are two of the most polished, put together altruists I've ever seen. Not to mention MIB, but I've never seen MIB. I don't think he's ever released like a time lapse. So he's just mysteriously putting out like 4 pictures of his like process, and they're all pretty put together. But everyone else I know takes a wet toothpick, and kind of gets rid of all the little bits that you did wrong. So as you can see, there's paint on all the things I'm probably going to be painting. I'm going to be painting some more stuff out there, obviously, but this is nice, a nice roadmap for me. Even though in my brain I can see the roadmap, now it's tangible. I don't know if that means it's just something about the way I need to work, but having clear instructions as an artist kind of doesn't exist. You come up with the ideas as you go, the instructions, the roadmap, the understanding of your medium as you go. But the sooner I can do that, the better I'm going to feel. I'm also, for all of you follow the stars girlies, I'm a Capricorn. I really love planning. I love working when there's a plan. I love structure. All those things are extremely true about me. I hate it's fun to go with the flow. Hey, let's see what happens. And you know what? As an artist, I do a lot of that with my originals. Hey, let's see what happens. I think this bird should be orange. It comes out green. It looks better. I never really make huge sketches for anything. But as I'm painting, I am 1,000% making sure that I am reminding myself through every layer I make what image I'm making. So this is all nice and cleaned up. So now I kind of want to go and start working on the things that I know I'm going to need to make a ton of layers of. This wing part, I'm going to need to make a ton of layers. Here's also something I'm going to do. Every layer, take off the paint that you don't want. Now, I am going to paint around this Rakdos, and I'm going to try to expose this the best I can. So every layer I'm going to reveal, and then the next layer I put on, I'm going to try to make it a little cleaner, and then the next layer I'm going to make it super clean, and then hopefully I can finish it after 3 or 4 layers. But you just have to be patient. And while you're on this wet palette, the color is right there. All I have to do is bring it all in, maybe put a little bit more of the Mars, a little bit of the brown. Boom. You just go in, and every layer you will see your cards start to take more shape. However, on your first layer, you are making absolutely sure that you are making a roadmap and that you are getting in the mood to paint, that your eyes are narrowing, that you understand what you're doing, that you are locked in, you're beginning to get into flow state. There is a huge moment of clarity when you are just locked in and nothing else is happening outside of your paintbrush. You and the paintbrush are one. You are moving really well together. You, like I said, with the artist block or just me not wanting to go to work, there's none of that. You are so locked in. You don't even know what time it is. You're not grabbing your drink. You're not doing anything but painting. Granted, I have normally like a movie or some music playing or something, but you are kind of not paying attention. A lot of times I'll have to like pause my movie and go and rewind by 2 minutes because I wasn't even paying attention. Granted, that could be just my ADHD just saying hi for a little bit, which, happens frequently. But I'd like to think that it's my flow state. My flow state is I'm locked in. And doing your first layer this way, where you're just putting down these blocks of color, you're starting to get your wet palette to have the color samples that you need. You start to experiment, and that you have no wrong answer. Like this is still too dark. This part needs to have more yellow in it. Like there's a bunch of stuff. I probably have to pour. I still have an orange and yellow to put down on my wet canvas. Like this card is not done, obviously, but the first layer is done. And now I'm locked in. I'm sitting correctly. I'm feeling good. The temperature's at the right amount. I got a movie all queued up. It's not even a movie. It's an interview with Ian McKellen about just being a badass, Magneto and a white wizard. But that's what I want to watch. This is what I want to do, and I've gotten here. And that's what your first layer should do. It should get you there mentally, and physically, it should give you the roadmap to where you're going to go and finish this piece. Granted, obviously, this isn't done. If I sent this to my client, he'd find out where I live through the return address and come beat me up. This is not done. This is not what someone wants to see. But for me, this is the biggest step. Because now it's like, okay, now I just have to, because I already know this color, put more of this brown in there. Bing, bang, boom. Done. And then see, you can still see this like yellow stripe there. Great. That means it's nice and thin. And I'm going to go back in, I'm going to do even more. And you see how even, it's kind of big over here with my wet paintbrush. I can kind of brush some of it away. This is still too dark. That's totally fine. I'm going to go in and I'm going to, with another thin pass, put some lighter browns in there. Add some more white onto my browns. I'm going to do that right now. Because you know what? I don't want to stop painting. I don't want to turn off this camera and upload this. I am in a state where I want to continue painting. Rakdos the Muscle, this freaking... Man, I love this art. Look at him. What a fucking Chad. But I'm in a state right now where I'm very happy. I'm comfortable. Everything in the world is melted away because we're doing something that we really, really love. Well, that comes to the end of this one. This is going to be a quick one. I think I'm going to break this up into 2 parts and do your second layer as my next video. So sorry if it's going to look kind of the same, but look out for that one. And I hope that gets a little bit of traction. I've been getting a couple hundred views on my first day, which is exactly where I want to be. So thank you everyone who's been watching them. And recently I've gotten a good amount of DMs saying that I've been a good reason why they are painting and altering and getting better. So fuck yes. Go to hummingbirdtheartist.com if you want to buy anything, or if you just want to chat, there's a really good contact form there. Please do. I'm open to hanging out and talking about your art and telling you how to make your art better and where to put your art so everyone else could see it get better. All right, I'll see you in part 2, which will be the second layer.